Hey guys, welcome to Film Learnin's Q&A session. I know I usually do these at the season finale, but I have some news I really wanted to share that I didn't want to put off, so I've brought it forward from its air date from December. So let's get my news out of the way before we move on to your questions. First off, we broke through 7,000 subscribers sometime last night, and considering our 5,000 sub video came out less than a month ago, it's just amazing. I can't thank you guys enough for embracing what we do here and making this season of the show the biggest we've ever had. If someone told me that I'd have a video with over 50,000 views and my channel would reach 10,000 subscribers this year, I would have said,
"You're a big fat phony!"
Exactly. Our second announcement is just as exciting, well, even more so for me. Learnin Films is getting a new crew member in January, and by that I mean my wife and I are expecting our first child. See, here he is giving his very first thumbs up. I've already bought him his first Ninja Turtle. Now, not only having a mini-me running around the house is kind of mind-blowing, but it's also a living, breathing confirmation that I've actually had sex.
I have made it with a woman. Inform the men.
So that's my news, gang. Let's get on to the questions. How don't you work for a TV show by now? Well, probably because I have zero connections in the industry, I have zero qualifications, never went to college, and apart from this year when my videos started gaining some sort of popularity, nobody knew who the hell I was. There's a lot of maybes in there, but I think it has to do with at least one of them. Why don't you make a short film on your YouTube channel? It can be very nice. Well, the reason behind that is pretty simple. I don't have the time. I honestly don't. The last short I made was my entry into the My Road Reel comp, the greatest t-shirt ever made. And even that had to be made in one afternoon because I was so busy. Now, Film Learnin may make effects look easy, but it does take a lot of work in order to take a complex effect and make it easy to understand. Will we ever see Bushman Pete again? Does anyone really want to see that again? Really? I need you to really think about that answer a lot. If you do, after all of that thinking, leave a comment below with the hashtag PeteLives. What's been your favourite effect so far counting previous seasons? Honestly, after 79 episodes of Film Learnin, I have to go with my Ant-Man effect. The moment I saw it in the movie theatre, it clicked and I said to myself, I know how to do that and make it super easy. Those kind of effects are my favourite ones to do. They don't take long to figure out, and the production of the tutorial is super smooth. Not only that, it looks friggin' awesome if I do say so myself. What inspired you to become a visual effects artist? I can't say that anything directly influenced me to get into effects. Sure, I could say Star Wars and the usual crap, but it was more of a necessity of having no money to film on a location and not having any friends interested, or not having any friends in general, to use as a crew. I will always consider myself an editor first and foremost, as that truly is my favourite part of the filmmaking process, but having said that, visual effects knowledge does come in handy when you're editing nothing but green screen footage, because I can actually see what's there before I actually start to work on it. Hey bro, I want to buy a green screen like yours. Where and how much cost should I prepare for it? It's funny, the green screen you see in all of my videos is from a company called EEFX, and it's a foam back green screen. It's almost like a stretchy felt. On top of that, it's over 10 years old. Now I don't know whether they still make them because I've been emailing them for years and I've never got a single response back. It cost me around about $400 back then, but it's easily the best green screen I've ever worked with. I'll put a link to their site down below. I mean, the site is still active, so hopefully they're there and you'll have more luck than me. How many seasons will a Film Learnin series go for? Well, as it stands right now, there's about 600 requests, so that's at least 30 seasons. Mind you, about 500 of them are from this guy asking for a Spider-Man web shooting effect, which by the way, will be coming later in the year and will be glorious. So stop asking. Who am I kidding? He's probably already asked for it again. Yep, there it is. Hey man, we've just started a new YouTube channel and I would really appreciate it if you could give a shout out. I sub to you. Alright, go and check out James Williams' YouTube channel, guys. He didn't leave the channel link, the channel name, or what the channel was about, so James, you better link that stuff below in the comments. Consider yourself shout it out, my son. Do you have any plans for 3D tutorials in applications like Maya, Cinema 4D, etc.? I would love to see you do and teach 3D work. Maya? No, not a chance. It's far too complicated to both learn and teach for this brain. But as far as Cinema 4D goes, absolutely. There's a reason I keep adding new titles into Film Learnin episodes. I'm gauging the response to them and seeing if you guys want to learn some 3D. Now I will state that I won't be tackling anything absurdly complicated because honestly, I'm not that talented when it comes to 3D. But we will tackle some cool stuff in the future, so stay tuned. Do you have any advice on how to get more views and subscribers? I wish I actually had a solid answer for this. The one reason I have 7,000 plus subs now, instead of 900 like I did at the start of the year, is really because of one video. My reverse flash effect episode. I got lucky and people responded to it and started subscribing and viewing it like crazy. Which is weird for me because I thought nothing of the episode because the effect is, well, super easy. Some things I can say is respect your audience if you hold yourself and your videos to a certain standard and don't dip below that, because if you start putting out crap, they will notice. Be consistent, you have to put out videos on a certain schedule, be it weekly, monthly, and stick to it. And lastly, try to infuse your videos with your own personality. If you try and make something like this guy or this girl, people, they're going to see right through it. Film Learnin is 100% Grant Cook through and through, for better or worse. Deadpool or Wolverine? I'm old and I grew up with the X-Men cartoon, so I'm a Wolverine man. What inspired you into making these tutorials? Well, I was sitting there one day watching tutorials on YouTube and some dude was stumbling over himself, coughing into the mic like and all that lip smacking stuff. And it was a really simple effect and he kept making mistakes and it took him nearly 30 minutes to explain. I said to myself, man, this stinks. I could do this faster and better. I'd already been making behind the scenes videos on my sketches, so I just started making these instead. Film Learnin essentially is the tutorial videos I wish I had when I was learning. And finally, will you be making a short someday? 5 to 10 minute maybe? It would be cool to see new possible ways to implement some of those awesome effects you do in your tutorials. Guys, I would love to shoot a short showcasing ways to use the effects I teach. It's one of the reasons I shoot those little sketches now at the start of the episode, to show how you can show the effect within a context. I had planned on making a flash short called Second Strike to introduce Season 3, but I just ran out of time. I have some plans for other shorts, but it's all time relative really. I have a full-time job, a baby on the way, 4 dogs and a wife, as well as producing a tutorial every week. Any downtime I have at the moment is spent at the gym, sleeping, or watching some movies or TV shows with my wife before bed. Now I can't forget answering comments, researching new episodes, and trying to promote the channel too. So yeah, I'm not sure when I'll get any shorts done. Well, that's it guys, your questions have been answered. I know this was a long video, but as our subscriber base grows, more questions are asked. If you're stuck to the end, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and share the video. If this was your first film learning experience, why not hit that subscribe button and check out our other content. And hit me up on Facebook and Twitter while you're at it.
This is Mariana Gamur, and until next week, keep learning!
God, he's getting big, isn't he? Eh? Look at that face. Look at that face.